Hello and welcome to the virtual Jewish Thought of the Week. This is Rabbi Dan Lewin speaking to you from Dallas, Texas. This is a special Yom Kippur message. Yom Kippur is known as the holiest day of the year. It's probably the most famous Jewish holiday. But when it comes down to it, it's not the most enjoyable holiday, and it's something that people have a hard time relating to and getting into, and they're dreading the fast and so forth. So we're just going to talk about one aspect of Yom Kippur that perhaps we can focus on to make it more meaningful. Previously, we discussed the importance of looking at the Hebrew words and how every Hebrew word provides us with a deeper understanding of the concept behind it. And we discussed the idea of repentance and of prayer and of charity, and how these three things are crucial in changing the blessings of a person. Now, all these three things lead to something called kapara. Kapara is literally translated as atonement. And so when we think of the day, Yom Kippur means the Day of Atonement. Normally we think of atonement, we associate it with the idea of repentance and confession. I have certain sins that I need to atone for. But here too, the Hebrew word gives us a deeper understanding of what's happening on Yom Kippur. The word kapara, translated as atonement, has to do with cleansing. Once a year, we have an opportunity to start fresh and have a clean slate. And what this means on a simple level is not just that things are off the record in the heavens. What this means is that everybody has those things where they reflect about whether it happened last month or in their youth, and they say, just, I'm so embarrassed that I did that. I wish I could take it back. And that's the feeling of regret, remorse, that you just want to go back in time. You have this burning desire to go back and erase that from existence. But as the laws of nature would have it, it's impossible. You just hope that other people don't remember it as well as you do. Now, at this point, logically, a person can say, I'm stuck. I just have to move on, and I have to change, I have to be different, but I can't take back what happened. The promise of Yom Kippur, on a more mystical, deeper level, is that when we go through the process of what we talked about before as tshuva, in return, and we make certain decisions, especially regarding these three areas of tshuva, tefillah, and tzedakah, when we make that change and go through that process, and we fast and we say the prayers and so forth, as soon as we enter that day of Yom Kippur, everything that happened that was negative is erased as though it never ever occurred. And that, in a way, is the deeper miracle of Yom Kippur that we cannot see, but that which we're guaranteed will happen once a year. From another angle, the mystical sources explain that every time we mess up, that the real consequence of a sin or bad decision is it sort of dims the light of the soul. So if we use the metaphor of a light bulb, the soul, where the soul inside us, the fuel, the life force inside of us is like the light inside the bulb. So we're supposed to have 120 watts, but through our actions, the light is dim, so we don't feel inspired. Now, every once in a while, as we grow and progress certain times in our life, so it can shine a little bit brighter. But it's never really full force, except for once a year. That cleansing process that we talked about, what it really is, what's really going on that has the power to do that, is the light of the soul is shining in full force, full blast. And when that happens on Yom Kippur, it automatically washes away, wipes out all the blemishes or damage, and we emerge much stronger with a new battery, ready to go into the year. So if we ask the question, is this a hard day? The answer is yes. Most of us are trying to make it through the fast, flipping through the pages. It's heavy on us. We're just trying to make it through the day. But if we ask the question, is it a happy day? On a deeper level, it's not an outwardly joyous festival, but if throughout that 24-hour period we can focus at some point on what's actually being accomplished, what's happening on Yom Kippur, there is an extreme joy going on knowing that we actually have that opportunity. Thank you for watching, for your time. I want to wish everyone a meaningful Yom Kippur, a Gamar Chasima Tova, that you and your family should be sealed for a good, healthy, sweet New Year in all matters. And if you like this, please forward it to anyone you think would be interested. If you would like to dedicate or sponsor a video, you can email me at the address below. And I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your feedback on anything we discussed in these videos. I look forward to speaking with you next week.